Hello and welcome to today's NinjaTrader ecosystem event, introducing the Lone Ranger. My name is Chris and I'm a platform representative at NinjaTrader. Before we start the webinar, I have a few housekeeping notes. Secondly, this webinar is presented by NinjaTrader LLC, which is the technology company responsible for developing and supporting the NinjaTrader trading software. Brokerage-related questions should be directed to NinjaTrader Brokerage using the phone number or the email on the screen. Lastly, if you are new to NinjaTrader, please make sure you sign up for a free NinjaTrader account, which includes 14 days of complimentary real-time market data. Our platform is always free for advanced charting, strategy backtesting, and trade simulation. You can create your free account by following the link on the screen and clicking the Get Started under the Welcome section. Before I turn the mic over to Michael, it's important to understand that futures, foreign currency, and options trading contain substantial risk and is not suitable for every investor. It is possible to lose all or more than the initial investment. Risk capital is money that can be lost without jeopardizing one's financial security or lifestyle. Only risk capital should be used for trading, and only those with sufficient risk capital should consider trading. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. Also, please remember that these training sessions are not a solicitation nor recommendation, but simply educational in nature. Thanks again for joining us today. And without further ado, it is my pleasure to welcome to the NinjaTrader webinar room, Michael.
Thank you, Chris. And let me get my screen going. And okay, good. Okay, well, welcome everybody, and thanks for attending. And we're going to go over some interesting material for you all. And what I'm going to be covering are our two primary models. One, our Easy Trader model, and the Lone Ranger. And each of those models has two versions of it. One is a simple version, and one is a more complex version. As you become more advanced with our product, you can use. So let's get started. Okay, first of all, as Chris said, this is our disclosure statement. Please read it, and our complete disclosure statement is on our website. And this presentation is strictly for educational purposes only. Who we are, my name is Mike Green. I've been trading for a long time, and so is John. I am the owner and developer of NinjaTrader trading software. I handle all of the installations, most of the technical issues, and teach at our bi-monthly Insiders Club meetings. We have we have monthly meetings twice a month on the first and third Fridays of every single month. We meet with our owners and go over our product and go over hints and tips and answer any questions our owners may have. And also, when you do join us, we don't just send you an installation file. We actually install the product for you on your computer when you do join us while you watch us do it. John and I have been together for a long, long time, I think since the late 1990s. And John is also a full-time trader. And we're pretty much the team. We're not a huge company. We just have good software. But at the end of the day, we're basically traders, and we trade our own stuff. Okay, what do you need to trade successfully? I mean, this is what everybody wants to do. The reason you trade is you trade to make money. I mean, you don't do it. I mean, it is not a game. You're doing it to make money. That's the bottom line. And to do that, it's like anything else in business. You have to have a business plan. So many traders get into this business and they think they can trade all day long and trade any time of the day and just keep trading. And what most traders do is they'll go in and they'll make a little money and they'll give it all back before the end of the day plus some. And at the end of the day, they blow their account out and they blame the software. The problem is not software, it's their business plan. So it's important. I can't stress how important enough. First and foremost thing is to have a business plan. And it doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be huge. I mean, something as simple as a plan to make 10 ticks. Let's just talk about the E-mini, to make 10 ticks per contract every single day. Just think about that. If you trade and you start trading in the morning when the market opens, and let's talk about from the open, and we're talking Eastern Standard Time, from 9:30. Let's say you just trade from 9:30 to 10:30, and everybody knows the best time to trade is the first couple hours in the morning. That's when that's when traders are taking positions and they wind them down at the end of the day. Darn it. Okay, let me. Sorry about that. But if your goal is 10 ticks per contract per day, and then once you reach that goal, you quit trading. You'd be surprised how quickly your account will grow. But it's important to do that. The next thing is you need powerful, proven methods for trading, and we provide that. We have our Easy Trader system has been working well for well over 20 years, and it works in slow markets, fast markets, down markets, and up markets, and it's been working for 20 years. It's important to know where the power zones are. We calculate every single evening the Fibonacci power zones, and those are important areas to know. We calculate real time one-to-one Fibonacci extensions, and those quite frequently can be as powerful as our standard power zones. They frequently could act as support or targets to exit positions. You need to know where the trading area is and when to trade. When to stand aside due to potential choppy conditions, when to pull the trigger at exactly the right moments. Stick to your plan. So what it boils down to is to be a successful trader, you need a plan, you need to know your areas, and you need triggers, and lastly, you need automation. These markets move quickly, and when things line up, too many traders hesitate to push the mouse button to get into a position, and by the time they do it, they have lost their edge, and a winning trade turns into a losing trade. So important plan, areas, triggers, automation. You put those together and you'll have a winning system. We have that. I'm going to go over these next 4 screens, and this is what we call our Just Easy system. It's there's very complex algorithms that are integrated in all of this to make it work together for reliable signals. But what we wind up with is a very easy to read chart. If we were to put up on this chart everything that's going on in the background, the chart would be so busy you couldn't tell what's going on. And what our goal has been is to develop workspaces or trading windows that are easy on the eye, easy to trade, and easy to clearly see the signals themselves, but yet still take advantage of the many algorithms that are built into the system. And that's the key. Back many years ago, if you were to look at some of our charts, they had so many things on them, it was difficult to tell what's going on, because and you'd have to make so many decisions based upon what you were seeing that you couldn't trade effectively. So what our development has been over the years is to simplify the look of the chart, but yet maintain the complexity of the algorithms that is integrated into them. And that's what we've accomplished, I believe. But you can see on this chart, this is showing our Easy Trader signal when the background color is green, like this, okay? And the bar turns green, that's a buy signal, okay? And when the background color is red and the bar turns red, then that's a sell signal. It's really that simple. But this is what we just call our Just Easy. The Just Easy has a big brother called the Easy Trader Master, which has got more which has more stuff on it, and you can see this down here. And we teach you how to use this. But what we recommend to people when they join us is to start with the Just Easy, and then as they learn more, they can build in. Then they can move into these more complex charts. But again, the basic is green bar, green background, buy signal, red background, red bar, sell signal. Simple. And these are additional signals that can be taken here as you learn how to use the system. Okay, this is what we call our trend master down here. The next thing is the Lone Ranger, and that's really what we're releasing for the first time. And this is a derivative of the Easy Trader with some other stuff added to it. It still has the Easy Trader signals on it, and they're indicated by these dots here. And these bars are these bars here indicate the Easy Trader signals, not the Easy Trader, but the Lone Ranger signals. Red bar, red background, short. Green background, blue bars, long. If it's black like this, that means you stand aside. There's a probability of chop. The last one that I'm going to look on, this is the one we're going to focus on when we get into the live charts, is what I call the Just Easy Lone Ranger. And it's got the Easy Trader signal on it, which is the bars here, okay, as you can see them. But it also has the Lone Ranger stuff down here. And what the Lone Ranger signal does is that when you can see the Lone Ranger crosses over, like see how this goes down here? Okay, this will give a signal for the Lone Ranger for short. But you actually have three possibilities of three signals on this simple, on this Just Easy Lone Ranger chart. You have the Easy Trader itself, you have the Lone Ranger indicator, which is right here, but then you have what I call a re-entry technique. So when the Lone Ranger gets to, when the Lone Ranger gets to a position where this is green and this pulls back and the price stays above these lines right here, and then you get a blue dot. Well, this is not a signal there, but what you're looking for is for this to come down and for a blue dot to occur before it gets down to this area here and turn up. So that's okay. Here's one right here. You can see it right here. See how this pulls down, and it's the Lone Ranger is green right down here, and this comes down, and there's a re-entry signal right there, and there's the entry right there. So there are three techniques to get in. Now those are all automated. Okay, you can turn them on either with the press signal, the easy signal, or the re-entry signal. So there's three techniques of getting in. I personally like the re-entry and the easy signal myself the best. The press signal works quite fine as well, but I personally like these two together, and that's more than enough to make the goal. Remember, if your goal is 10 ticks per day per contract, that's all you need. And it's important to do that, because if you try to trade all day, you're going to lose money, because nothing works 100% of the time. You guys know that, for those that have been trading a while. So we'll go over this chart on when we get into the live chart, and we'll look at the trades this morning, so you can just see how it looked this morning, which is pretty typical, and we'll go from there. Okay, let's talk about the best times to trade. Okay, and you heard me talk about and say the best time is from 9:30 to 10:30. Well, why is 9:30 to 10:30 or 11 the best time? Well, take a look at the four major markets. You have the Sydney, Tokyo, Hong Kong area, the Far East. You have Europe, New York, and the New York session. So the overlap, the London session and the New York session overlap from 8 o'clock to 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. That really is the best window to trade. If you're a pre-market trader, you can start trading at around 8 o'clock. And it's when the London, actually you can see Frankfurt and Paris, London and New York overlap until 11 o'clock, and London and New York overlap to 12 o'clock. That's why that's the best time to be trading. And that's bar none. As I said before, the opening from 9:30 to 10:30 is the best time to be trading. You also need to be very, very much aware of the news, because news can impact the market direction adversely, and it can make it go well up too. But the point is that it's usually prudent to stand aside 5 minutes on either side of any major news, and we categorize that by what we call red flag and orange flag news, and that information is easily available from the Forex factory site, and the red flags and orange flags are clearly identified, and it's best to stand aside during those times. This is what the Forex factory news looks like. This, if you were to look at it, and you can see, like, this is an example. This is a red flag right here. You see the time is 8:30. This is Eastern time. This is an orange flag. So what that would mean is if you're trading a pre-market, you would stand aside from 8:25 to 8:35. If there's news at 10 o'clock, here's an orange flag news at 10 o'clock. If you're still trading at that time, you would be standing aside from about 9:55 to 10:05. Okay, this is the meat and potatoes part of the automation. It's quite robust, and it's part of the markers package, and the markers package is included with our product. It's you obviously can buy it alone for $945, but it is included with our product. And what you have as a capability with the automation part of the system is you can set it up, and we do set this up for the defaults that we use, but you can tell it what kind of an object to use, whether it's an arrow or a triangle or whatever. You tell it the color of the object. You can go in and mark it, or any other. You can go in on the market, limit, stops, whatever way you want to go in, and there's ways with that drop-down menu to adjust that. You can put in exit triggers. You can put in various filters, which we use on some of them, and you can also set up the 3 different time frames if you want to. So it's a very, very robust system, and it's very easy to use. And we do teach you how to use it, but we do provide the standard default setups so that they are easy to use out of the box. Okay. We also have what you can watch real time, and I see there are some people in here that may have been watching us for some time, but we have what we call a virtual demo, and it's the product running real time, and you can get to it right from our website, and you can watch the product run real time. We typically run the Just Easy model in there 5 days a week. I'll show you where that is on the website here in a moment. But really all you have to do is to get into it is just to click on where it says click to enter here. You'll fill out a little short form, and the email will pop right back to you within 10 seconds with the code to get in. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to the website. I'm going to show you where that virtual demo is. And I'm going to give you a peek at what the Insiders Club looks like, and then we'll get to a real lifetime chart. And it looks like time-wise, I'm still doing okay. Okay, let's go to to our main website. This is our website, and you can see here the software. If you put the cursor up here on the software ball, you'll see where it says Live Virtual Demo. So all you have to do is to click on that, and that will come up here. And then all you need to do is to click here, And when you click there, that will pop up a little screen like this. You complete it, and it immediately will send you back the code to get into the room. And then you can watch the product run real time all day long if you want to. Here is a quick summary. Which you can watch if you want to. It's about a 10-minute presentation on going over the basics of our software. You can schedule a private one-to-one meeting with us just simply by clicking on where it says schedule private demo. You can schedule a call with me right here. And so it's quite easy to use. On our Insiders Club, which I take you to the site for owners, and that looks like this. And you can see we have posted all the way back to September of 2016, all of our training videos and all of our Insiders Club. Obviously, the more recent ones are the ones that are more relevant. And here you can see, like here on the 19th, we discussed the 3 main workspaces and 2 alternative. IC stands for Insiders Workspaces to the Lone Ranger. So there's plenty of stuff here to learn. What we recommend to people when they join us is to watch the most recent 4 or 5 previous Insider Club videos to get a head start on using our system. Okay. That being said, let's now go to a live chart, and this is a live chart, and what I'm going to show you here, this is this morning. You can see here's the time. This is 9:30 this morning, and here's the first trade right there. See, the background color is green. You can see here that the Lone Ranger is also in the green area because the bars are above the 0 and they're green. You can see that there are signals. See, these are entry signals with these blue dots right here. Those are re-entry signals that can be taken. That's the re-entry up there, based up on actually for the re-entry, it has to be this blue dot, but the price has to be above these 2 lines up here. And so the way the software works and the signal works for the signal, automatic signal, is that the Lone Ranger has to be, the bars here have to be green, but the price also has to be above these lines here, and there has to be a pullback, but that pullback has to stay above these lines for it to take a long re-entry trade. This is an easy trader signal. So there's the first trade of the day right there at 9:30. And then that trade here fired. This would have been a re-entry if you got out of that trade there, but you probably were still in that trade, so it wouldn't have fired. You can see this bar here turns red, but background color is green, so there is no trade. It won't trade. The next signal that it takes, here is a classic re-entry signal right here. See how the background color turned red, and the Lone Ranger down here is saying down. And see how this goes from red, yellow, red. There's a re-entry signal. There's a signal right there. That's a re-entry signal. That's the second trade of the day right there. And that would have been the re-entry signal based upon the price being below this. And this is all automatic too. But the way it works is that it looks for the price to be above, in this case here for a short, for it to be below these 2 lines. And it looks for the re-entry to go red, yellow, red, and there's the re-entry. That's trade number 2. Third trade is actually goes here. You get a little one here. You get one here, okay? And here's an easy trader signal. You were really done before 10 o'clock and easily made 10 ticks with what I just showed you. I mean, more than 10 ticks. I mean, you didn't need all of those trades to make 10 ticks. But those are the signals. Now, the thing that to know that the easy trader signals are simply background color and bar color match. Red background, red bar, short. Green background, green bar, long. Okay, that's simple. The Lone Ranger signal for the re-entry is a little more complex, but it's all automatically programmed, so you don't have to think about it because it's automatic, but I'm explaining how it works. And then what the reentry looks for, as I said, for a short signal to occur. Um, see how the reentry turned red there, but that would not fire because it's above these two lines. Remember, for the reentry to occur, it has to be below the two lines, and this has to be below zero. That would be a reentry. So you can clearly see how it worked this morning. This is pretty typical. The next, here's a trade that didn't work. Okay, this is almost at 10 o'clock. I think there was news at 10 o'clock today. So you probably would have been standing aside anyway, but that's a trade that did not work. Here's the next trade that did work. You can see right here at 10 o'clock, and it's right after the news. And there's a nice short. There's a nice short. Okay, and and simply, if you just want to keep it simple, you can start out with this chart and just trade the easy trader signals, learn how to take those, and then learn how to take the reentry trades. And then if you want to add the press trade, which is right here, which is when they cross, that would be a third trade you can have. But you don't need all three of those to make your goal, and that's really the message I'm trying to convey. Uh, uh, we try to make it as simple as possible and as easy as possible in the least amount of time to reach your daily goal. That's what it's all about. And what we try to do with our workspaces is to clearly show you how that's done. There are other trades that can be had on this chart once you learn our system and you become familiar with more stuff that's on here. Like, you know, there are other things that are being kept track of, like this is the daily low. We keep track of the 50% line. We keep track of that daily high and low. And they're all plotted on your chart so you can see what's going on. Like this is the low for the day. See how that's, so you can see what's happening. Here's a long signal. There's a long signal. Also, I will point out that another common error that many traders make is that they think they have to make a bunch of ticks on a single trade. You don't have to have a big target. And if you've been trading the E-mini for some time, you all know that that it will fluctuate quite a bit. I am an advocate of hitting singles and doubles. I typically go for 5 or 6 ticks, and my stop is never more than 10. As you can see right here, I'm using a target of 6 and a stop of 8. Here I'm using a target of 6 with a stop of 10, market if touched, and as soon as I'm in the money by 1 tick, it starts trailing by 1. And as soon as I hit 5, it goes to break even automatically. So there's various ways to trade this. We have, we have one of our users that joined us, I don't know, a few months ago that was trying to, get 10, 15, 20 ticks. And what was happening is that they kept losing because they would see the price go up 8, 9, 10 ticks, and they wouldn't move their stop. And then they'd let the price come all the way back down, and they'd lose money. And that's not what you should do. If you have a goal of simply 10 ticks per contract per day, the way to make more money is trade more contracts and have reasonable targets that are easy to achieve. And that's what we advocate, and it works well. So that's a quick summary of our product, but you can, I'm just going through it. What would it look like this morning? Looks like we're well past 10:30 right here. Okay, here's the 10:30 marker. Okay, there's a short right there. Okay, and there are several re-entries, right? Like here's a re-entry right here. See this turn red. The Lone Ranger is in red territory down here. You're below these lines, and this goes yellow red, and there's a short right there. And that's a trade that you would take. Okay, although the background color is green, it is the Lone Ranger signal is not dependent upon the background color. The background color is what is required for the easy trader signal. So that's pretty much it. That's the system, and that's how it works. TradingView, I see a question. Is TradingView, it works on NinjaTrader, and if TradingView is a software, then it won't. But what it boils down to is that our system has many different ways to trade, and what we try to provide is a very, very clear, simple, effective charts that have all of the proven algorithms built into the models and the automation built into the signals, so you don't have to do the interpretation real time as it's happening. And if you can have the patience and the will to have a business plan and go for whatever, 10 ticks per day per contract, and just take the easy trader signals and or the Lone Ranger retracement signals, and eventually taking the crossover signals up here with the Lone Ranger. You have three very effective tools that are proven signals that work practically every single day. And if you can quit trading real money after you achieve your goal, I think you'd be pleasantly surprised with how your account size will grow. Okay, that's pretty much the end of what I wanted to present. John, did I miss anything? I don't think I did. What we also will do is that once you join us and we get this installed, you can watch the most current Insider Club videos, and of course, as you begin to use our software, a lot of this stuff will become second nature, and you'll wind up with your pet signals, and that's pretty much it. I mean, it looks simple, and the charts are clean, and it's easy to trade, and the automation is built in for you. So that's pretty much all I got to say about it, really. I mean, there's we can't do it for you. You still have to turn a computer on and put the charts up, and know when to stand aside. So, any questions?
Mike, would you go over the three options you have when you use the auto trader, whether it's full automatic, semi-automatic?
Oh, good. Okay, good. You can see up here, they're turned off right now. Okay. And the nice thing about this too is that you can put several systems on the same chart. So like I got 4 different types of signals that can fire up here. Here are the 3 that I was talking about, and these 3 right here. And you've also got a manual system, which is what I call the white dot method. And what that's for is something that you'll learn as you go along, and that would be a white dot trade right down here when you get an X plus or an X minus, and this would be a white dot trade right here. That's an additional signal, but that's a more advanced signal that you learn when you join us. But you have the capability of doing this. On any of these systems, you can turn it off, and you can go semi-automatic or automatic. If you're on semi-automatic, what it does is that you turn this either long or short. And when it's on semi-automatic, if a signal fires, let's say it fires a short, then that light will go out. If you want to rearm it, you've got to turn it back on. Okay. If you're on fully automatic, if a trade fires, it does not go out. It stays armed. And that's really what that is. Also, you can see that you can use any sort of ATM that you want and any account you want. For example, on the chart trader, let's say I wanted to be using a different ATM, and we supply you several samples. Okay, but let's say if you wanted to use one here with a target of 6, stop at 6, at break even 5. Okay, it's right there. All I have to do is put that there, and if I wanted to use that in this system, all I do is click that there, and it automatically will move this ATM over here to this strategy, and that's what the ATMs will be. It's very, very simple. And let's say if I wanted to use a different one, okay, let's say you wanted to use this one. Here's a target of 7, stop at 6, and it starts trailing by 6 ticks as soon as it's in the money by 1 tick. And let's see if I wanted to use that one. All I'd have to do is have that display and click right there, and you can see how it populates there, and that's what it will be. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I'm over my 30 minutes by 5 minutes, and we are open for questions. We're supposed to leave 15 minutes for questions. We don't have, I see a question there about statistics. What I encourage you to do is to watch in real time. We're not going to supply those because these statistics really, frankly, are dependent upon your ATM that you're using. Okay. And
well, plus we don't trade constantly. You work to your goal and then you stop.
exactly. And so that's the reason you don't have statistics. But you can clearly, you know, I mean, this is pretty clear. I mean, it's very simple to see and it's very easy to see. You know, I can see this because I mean, for me, it's second nature. But you can see with this, you can see here that the Lone Ranger here is in red territory, and there's a short signal right there with the Lone Ranger. There's
Mike, could you go over the instruments that we can trade and how you've actually prepared everything?
Oh, you mean the various workspaces?
Yes, and you know how we trade NQ and YM, everything's been done for you.
Okay. Well, what we do is when you join us, you will get all of these workspaces. Okay. Here is the Markers Easy Trader Master with the Euro, crude oil, ES, gold, micro E-mini, NASDAQ, Russell, YM. We also have these Insider Club workspaces. Okay. That are additional workspaces and things that have been developed by us and our owners. And those are all provided to you. I don't pretend to say that you are going to trade all of these things. The ones here that start with DT are our standard default workspaces without markers. And what I recommend, or what we recommend when you join us, is to start with the markers easy. I'm sorry, the markers just easy right here. That's the one I recommend you start with. And after you learn how to trade with that, you can move quite easily into the Just Easy Lone Ranger and take advantage of what I was just showing you during the course of this presentation. And then you've got the more advanced models, which is the Lone Ranger RangerPlus, which has additional stuff on it with additional tools to take additional type trades. And then you've got up here the Easy Trader Master, which is a more complicated rendition of the Just Easy E-mini. But a key thing to know is that you can start quite easily, and most people never get past this because they're quite happy with the results. As you start with the Just Easy E-mini, and that can get you your goal quite easily if you just trade, you know, from 940 to 1030, and take the Easy Trader trades. You can add the Lone Ranger signals to the Easy Trader trades with the Just Easy Lone Ranger. Those two alone should satisfy most people's appetite for making money. If your goal is to be a successful trader, that's all you really need. If you want more stuff, we got plenty of more stuff you can look at if you want to. But frankly, I never get off of these two myself. They're just easy to do, and they're quick and easy, and they work. So, okay. Anything else, John, that I forgot?
Someone was asking, do we post the live trades? The charts are live in the demo room, but we do not post the software going live because there's 3 different models. People would be able to keep track of it. And it's pretty basic. Red background, red bars. Stick with that. You'll do just fine.
You know, if you went into the virtual demo right now, which you would see in the virtual demo right now is, and I'll show you that it's the one that we normally show, is let me pull it up here, is this one right here. This is what typically is in the virtual demo room. Okay. And you can clearly see this has got none of the Lone Ranger stuff on it, but this is the Just Easy workspace. And if I take this back, you can see our fib lines. There's the power fibs right there. And these are the Fibonacci extensions. This is a major extension, and these little pink dots are minor extensions. And let's go back here, and let's go here. And okay, let's say if you just waited till 9:40, for example, and I'll use this as an example. Okay, here's 9:40, the market's been open 10 minutes. Okay, simple. Okay, first trade, there's your first winner. Okay, this would have been a little loser. Here's a winner, there's a winner, and you're done for the day. Okay, it's that simple. And this happens every day. And tomorrow, if you go into the virtual demo, and if you watch it, and mark this down, just to keep it simple, trade from 9:40 to 10:30. Take the easy trader signals and use a target of 6. And you can see these are the stops right here. Okay, it's really that simple. And I mean, I can't express the algorithms that go into firing these signals is quite complex, but the beauty is building a workspace that looks simple. And believe me, this really does look simple. And there's other techniques on this chart that you will learn as you join us, because you'll learn how to use our Trend X velocity down here. And then we teach you how to use that. But for purposes of this presentation and to keep it simple, I've gone over the major elements that are important for being successful out of the box.
Mike, we got a question on any offers today.
Oh, well, I got to get back to that. 5:12 I got, so I'm supposed to be done here shortly. Let me go back to the PowerPoint presentation. People always want an offer. Let me go here and let me get this one done and get this. Oops. And go here. Yeah, let's get this one going again. And fine. Okay. Okay. Price. Okay. What do you get when you join us? You get everything I just showed you. You get the Easy Trader system. You get our Trendmaster technology. You get the Autobot technology. You get the Complete Markers Plus package, which is a $945 value if you were to buy it separately. You get all the RangerPlus indicators. There's over 65 of them. You get all the Insider Club workspaces and templates. You get the bi-monthly Insider Club training for owners. You get true global variables that are built into the system now. We use adaptive technology in our indicators, and there's no data fitting. Next, everybody wants to know the price. Well, the price is only $3,995 for everything. You get the complete Dimension 8 RangerPlus system. You get the Complete Markers Plus package, which, as I said, is a $945 value. And and the way you order, you just click on the Order Now button, and I'll show you where that is on the website. We are offering a $600 discount for the people that are attending this web webinar. If you were to join us, and if you order before October the 16th, you can take a $600 discount off of the price, bringing the price down by $600. If you already own Markers Plus, you can take an additional $300 off of the price. So that's the deal. Where you order that, I'll show you in a moment. If you have any questions, you can call me at 442-3031, and John at area code 605-610-3060, or we're on Skype. And this is our website, and that's where I'm going to go right now. And on our website right here, let's go back to the website. And oops, there. go over here to information and pricing right here. Click on this, and you would order right here and just click on order now and click on that. And this will come up, and all you have to do is click on that and then get started and just follow the bouncing ball and place your orders. It's that simple. So, okay, that is it. I'm finished with my presentation. John, do you have any questions or anything to add, or does anybody have any questions that they would like to ask that we have not answered?
I did answer the question about Australians. We have at least 3 that I'm aware of, and I'm sure there's more. It's just we have 3, in the room and asking questions, and then we have other people from all over the world. So, in different time zones. But that is the answer.
Okay. Okay. Any other questions? Okay, well, I thank everybody for coming, and we've been at this for 45 minutes, which I think is within our time limit, Chris. And I'm going to stop sharing right now. And if there is no further questions, I thank everybody for coming. And be sure to watch the virtual demo, and remember to get your orders in before the 16th to take advantage of that discount.
Thanks again, Michael, for taking the time to share with us today. If you enjoyed today's session, we hope you'll join us for future webinars. Follow us on social media for alerts about upcoming events and other NinjaTrader ecosystem news. And we would like to remind you that the information provided in this was that of Dimension Trader and not of NinjaTrader. All information was for educational purposes and should not be construed as trading advice. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we hope to see you in future webinars. Happy trading from all of us at NinjaTrader Ecosystem.